Q101, we're here with one of the fastest rising names in comedy today. You have to do all of the cliches. She is indeed the filth queen herself. Steph Tolev, how are you? You're at Zany's this weekend. Big weekend. You get to do the New Year's Eve spot. That's pretty cool.
I'm pumped up. Yes, we got a few tickets left for the Friday, it's almost done, Saturday and Sunday show. So get your ass in there.
I hear some comedians call this a low T warning, which I always think is a low testosterone warning.
What does that mean?
low ticket availability. You better get in there quick.
Low T warning. God, I'm slow right now.
That's okay.
Yeah. People in Chicago like filth, I guess, which is good.
So let's jump into that. You embrace filth completely. You have the show in LA is filth. The podcast Steph Infection is all about gross pustule things that come out of the human body. We had to tape this interview because I don't know how much we were going to upset people. So when did you like truly embrace the filth of the human body?
I always have a weird ailment, so I realized that talking about it, people kind of related, and then I started like openly talking about like more female stuff. And then women were like happy that I was, making fun of like wearing Spanx and talking about having a big labia and stuff. And then people were enjoying it. Like I literally, the first time I mentioned I had a big labia on stage, like a woman came up to me after the show and she was like upset. I was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I just want to thank you. I also have a big labia." And I was like, "What?"
But why are you trying not like the comedian thing? You immediately would just want to laugh, right? But are you trying to keep it like, no, she's sharing this. She's being emotional.
I honestly was touching. So I felt like I'm having a connection with this woman and she feels like good about it. I don't know. And I was like, okay, do you want me to look at it? No, I didn't say that. Let's compare. Let's put them on a platter as a peek. But yeah, I feel like also
America's next.
It feels nice to openly talk about stuff and not be ashamed about it. I know it's very specific. More women like it than men. The men that do like it are kind of creepy. It's usually I get a couple.
Now you're bringing me the next question. People come in and they're like, "Hey, this is so nice. I relate to this. I have this ailment. I feel embarrassed about it." And then you're doing a joke about it. And it's the dark truths or the things you can tell the best jokes about, right?
Yes.
But then you have how many creeps you got coming up asking you this stuff?
Well, I have a lot of creeps because I think a lot of female comics get this. If you talk openly about sex and stuff, men just think that it's their turn next. So when I was single, I'd have guys like waiting for me after shows or DMing me being like, I'm sending their address and stuff, like really creepy. A lot of dick pics I get. Too many.
Too many.
One I got was so horrendous that I still have it on my phone. I can show you. I didn't know a penis could have gout. Like I literally, it is so... It's upsetting. Like if there's any doctors out there, I'd like to show it. Like I don't know why he sent this to me thinking it was good. It looks like he was masturbating on a bunch of wet tires. Like it's all of it is very upsetting, and it's like it scarred me. But don't send me. I'm saying this now. My DMs are gonna be lighting up. People love showing it. I don't know why.
You're so brave for talking about men who have gout in their.
So many gross dicks out there too. Disgusting.
So do you ever get tired of having to do like the filthy stuff?
No, because here's the thing, and it's weird. I just think like that. I'm not trying to be dirty.
No.
Like, I think it's like my crowd work is also dirty. My head goes there. I'm like a 19-year-old guy in my head. Like, I'm just a pig. I'm a pervert. I'm always I'm thinking about it. Like, I had a sex dream about my boyfriend yesterday. I texted him. I was like, your dick was even longer than, I don't know what I was saying. I'm like, what am I? I just think like a pervert.
So you're saying dream boyfriend maybe a little bit hotter than real life boyfriend?
No, he was as hot. I have a hot boyfriend. I want everyone to know it.
I've had this with women I've dated. In this dream, you did this awful thing. And then they're like, well, I didn't do that. Like,
and
that was in a dream.
Yes. I literally, I dreamt 2 days ago that he cheated me. He was back on Tinder, and then I wasn't talking to him. I was like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, asshole. I was like, what is your problem right now? And then I'm like, oh, no, this didn't happen. I don't know why. Women are crazy. I will say women are crazy. We are crazy. Why are we making up these scenarios and then putting them in their head? I don't know. Yeah, I need to come down.
In this scenario that I played out in my head, you were very mean.
Yeah, you're very mean and you cheat. He's like, I don't. He's like, you made this all up. I'm like, yeah, that's true. None of this is real. Yes.
So you recently got to do some awesome stuff. You did a Bill Burr's Nephis special last year. Then you got to do Old Dads.
Yes.
And Old Dads, I knew you were going to be in the movie, and I was looking forward to seeing you pop up the movie. And I was told by someone who got to see it before me, when Steph pops up, you won't see it coming. And it is one of the best walk-on bits I've ever seen in a movie where somebody walks on, they got one or two things, and then they're out of there. All right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No.
It was literally like I couldn't think of anything else for the next 5 minutes in the movie.
It does come out of,
You got to do the most, like, you got to do the on-point Tolev Steph as gross as you want.
I really did. It was, and the funniest part was Bill sent me a voice memo saying, I wrote this part. I kind of think you can play it. I'm like, you wrote me a part, Bill. And it was, and he was like, are you in LA? And I was not at the time. I was in Denver. I'm like, I'm in LA. Oh, tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be there. I was not even close, but I like got there and it was a very, the wardrobe lady messaged me. She's like, hey, so we're thinking of this kind of outfit, but she's like, Bill said whatever you're probably wearing right now is good. And I sent a screenshot. She's like, yeah, bring that whole outfit. I'm like, that's so funny. Just like ripped jeans, my All-Stars, and like a vintage tee. Yeah, it was a very me role.
You're eating a burrito with your legs on a banister at a motel, and there's flatulence references, and I'm just like,
I fart, and the worst part was I ate. You're not supposed to eat on set.
Yeah,
I don't act that much. I ate 3 breakfast burritos. I didn't shit for a week. I was so sick after that role. I literally was ill, and they're like, I kept like finishing, and the guy's like, thank God we brought 3. I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to eat this? Like, no, mime eat. Stop eating this cold burrito that's been out for Lord knows how long. Yeah, I was very ill after that.
You have a thing with eating stuff you're not supposed to eat.
I do it a lot. Yeah. I ate a gingerbread house. I did a Pepsi commercial where I ate 6 wings and I wasn't supposed to eat any of them. And then I didn't realize that I had salmonella poisoning after because I guess the wings had been left out.
We still have that struggling comedian thing.
I can't
We're
stop.
getting a free meal. These are drink tickets. We have to drink the drink tickets.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't. It's also hard to mime eat. Spit it out because there's like a bucket of spit. It's disgusting. I'm swallowing it. I don't like to waste.
So Steph Infection, the podcast, people can get it anywhere else. What is the grossest story you've had on Steph Infection? You don't have to name names because I would rather want people to go and listen.
Well, yeah, a girl. There's been two guys' stories where they had ticks on their penis.
Oh,
one under the head and one in the shaft.
Oh, the old dreaded dick tick.
Yeah, the old dick tick. I didn't know that was a thing. That was very common.
It sounds like a band that's like opening up Riot Fest. They're on really, really early.
Yeah. But they're like they should be on later.
I understand you're a big fan of the band Toronto, Death from Above 1979.
It's my favorite band, yes.
I understand you're a little obsessed, though?
I'm a little obsessed. I did get backstage passes from them when they played in L.A., and I did mosh, and I peed a bit in the mosh pit, and then I told them I peed, and I was like, why am I telling them this? Then I showed him the piss, and he's like, what? And I'm like, what am I doing right now? Like, I get weird when people are fans to me, and I fanned out so hard to him that it was like crazy.
Did you do the heavy breathing thing?
I was so weird. I was like, I got a photo of him and I was like shaking. I'm like, what am I doing right now? Like, this is so bizarre. I hate people act like this. And yeah, I've been obsessed and I've seen them, I think, 20 times now.
Okay, note to self, do not give.
The last time I was in Chicago, I think I saw Lollapalooza. It was like years ago. Radiohead was headlining, the Yayas, Peter, Snorn, and John, I call them now, because they were refusing to play the whistle song. The crowd went nuts. We were like, we only know the one song. Play the whistle song. And the guy finally, like, people were chanting. He's like, hey, we don't really want to play that song. It's all we play. And then everyone left. I'm like, I'm going to see Snoop. Why am I watching this hell? I wanted the whistle song and I'm not getting it. Like, you got to play the hits. Sorry, bands.
Yeah.
You know, like, we don't really do that, do we?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I sometimes do.
I'm sorry to bring it back to filth. All right, play the hits.
Bring it
right?
back.
Play
Bring it
the
back.
hits.
Yes.
You brought up what you did when you relieved yourself at a concert. What's the most disgusting thing you've seen at a concert, separate from yourself?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen. Well, I ended up actually meeting a guy in the pit, and then we had sex right after we both stunk. Yeah.
Okay. You still have the concert stink on you?
Oh yeah, we both like moshed and saw each other. We were like, making out.
Encore.
So gross. Then we slept together. And then I lost my friend's cat that night. It was a whole thing. I don't know. I've lived a life. I really have lived a life. Yes.
Steph Tolev, they want to follow you, the real accounts, because there's fan accounts. I know
Is there?
There's just you can find a couple of Steph Tolev standing ones. Probably a feed account. Everyone has a feed account.
Oh, my feet are rated so bad on WikiFeet. They're rated not good. So if you can rate me higher on WikiFeed.
If you're watching right now.
God damn it.
Hey, if you're watching out there, Chicagoland, please rate comedian Steph Tolev. She's got a toe jam problem.
Get me to good. Get me to good. Not good's too much. Get me to good.
Thank you, Steph, for coming in so
Thanks
much.
for having
Appreciate
me.
it. She's at Zany's all weekend. The podcast is Steph Infection. Go check it out.
Thanks.